why do you need? So why do we need SQL? What is SQL? What is the SQL part in the web applications? First, web application structure we need to understand. We have a web layer, application layer, data layer, right? So when it comes to data layer, so we know how to interact with the web layer, front end layer. With the Selenium, we are doing that. Our manual testing, you are doing that. We learn manual testing how to do, and also how to interact with the business logic, business layer, that is application layer. We learned already. So business logic, business layer, you are targeting with API testing, right? So that's what we learned. So the API testing is helping interacting with the business layer. So now what about the data layer? How can you interact with the data layer? So this one. So presentation layer, this is a front end part. The front end part you are doing manually or with some automation tools. You are interacting with some automation tools. There are a lot of automation tools, and we learned Selenium. So there are other tools also, but still, so we can use Selenium also. And then a business layer, this is the application layer or business layer, we call this. This layer, we are targeting with the API. So how we will test this layer with the APIs. So API testing we learned already. So I included all the people and you practice it. So just manual testing is enough. You don't need automation for the API testing. If you're not comfortable with automation, don't worry. You tell the, I know API testing how to do in the Postman. That's so good enough. If you understand all the request body, how to validate the response body, and validations, what you are verifying, what you need to validate, how to set environment variables. If you're good with this, definitely they will consider. If you can tell all these points, that's the one thing. Now let's come to today's topic is in this area, data layer area. So the data layer area mainly focuses on data. All these application data will go and reside here in this data layer, database we call that. So the database can be any kind of database. So it can be SQL Server or Oracle or MongoDB or MySQL. So many databases we have. PostgreSQL. MongoDB is a little bit different than other databases, relational databases. And how can you work with this CRUD operations on this data layer? So you know already CRUD operations means I already explained. What is CRUD operations? Create, update, delete, and read, right? So these things, how can you do on the database? If you want to do that, these operations, create means what? You want to create the data. How can you create the data? So that creating data you can do in backend also. That's what through database also you can do, or you can do in the UI also, or you can do with the API also. Again, all these processes will go and store data here. Okay, you stored the data in the database tables. How can you fetch that data? You want to see that. See means viewing, right? Viewing means reading. How can you do that? That reading process, everything you can do in this data layer. How can you do that? That if you want to do for all these databases, there is a common language that is called SQL, Structured Query Language. So all these databases can understand that structured query language. That's called SQL. It's a common language for all the databases. So that is what we are going to learn. So there is a good, even we have in our blog also, if you see SQL, and even I included the questions also, interview questions also. You can just go through these questions, and so many things I have added here. If you just read these questions before going further. At least one time you just go through this. SQL is a very, very important topic. Okay, I have added the even answers also I have added. Okay, and one more part is missing here. Okay, so it is not showing. Only interview questions it is showing. Okay, I think I have to change them. Yesterday test engine also resolved that issue. Even 3 posts are there. One post was showing. Let me figure it out. So we'll separate SQL interview questions. They are tutorial. So we want this. This should be shown for us. SQL. I'll give a different label name so that it will be easily recognized. Okay. Now we can go and see this SQL tutorial. Right. So now it's clearly separated. This one I'll change it. SQL interview questions. I'll change this to this one. Yeah. So what is SQL? You have a brief introduction I'm going to give. What is this, all this? Then we'll understand a little bit one by one. Okay, so whatever we can cover today and tomorrow, and that's more than enough. Then go through all there is a good websites, the MongoDB, the differences also I have added here very nicely. You can just go through this little bit, okay? So get a brief idea on these areas. Okay, so even syntaxes also I given. Basically, you need to remember these syntaxes. And while remembering, you practice also at the same time, okay? That's one thing you can do. All this one, we will discuss all this, okay? So very clearly given. So let's go and discuss. What is SQL? So are you clear on that? What is the role in this SQL?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the purpose, the intention of this SQL is just to work with a database. To work with a database, so we should know some concepts. That concepts are, creating the data, how to create the data in the database, how to read the data from the database, how to update the data in the database. Directly you're interacting with the backend layer, and how to delete the data if you don't want to, how to delete the data. And all those things you can do with this SQL concept. So SQL stands for structured query language.
Okay.
So it is just used for accessing and manipulate the databases. You can create databases, right? You have so for every application, one database is mandatory. So that database you want to access and manipulate, you will use this SQL concepts. SQL is a structured query language, which is a computer language for storing and manipulating and retrieving data stored in the relational databases. So what are the relational database systems in the market? Like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, Informax, Postgres, and SQL Server. So all these uses SQL concepts. So all this is the relational database systems. See, MongoDB is not there in this list. MongoDB is not this so relational database system. It's not RDBMS. That is bit different MongoDB. And so the history is 1971. So Dr. Edgar F. Ted Codd of IBM is known as the father of this relational databases. He found the database models, all of them. Then 1974, structured query language appeared. And 1970, IBM worked to develop code ideas and how to work with them. So, and all this, so evaluated, one by one, year by year. And then, so 1986 in the ANSI, so this is the standard, organization. In that organization, so they decided to develop the relational databases, and also even Oracle also started. That's how Oracle came into picture into the market. First, that is Oracle is a database. So then they started building all of them. So all the products and everything. So the main is Oracle means it's a database. It's a large, database related company, that one. So very big one, right? So then they started all the products, so many products. And that's how the SQL came into picture. And why do you need this SQL? So SQL is, as we discussed, CRUD operations. See, those are all things I listed out here. To create a new databases, tables, and views, we will use SQL. So databases you can create, database inside you have a tables. Okay. So you will create the databases. Database is going to have tables and views. So that tables inside, if you want to insert the records, you will use SQL. To create the databases, tables, and views, you will use the SQL. To update the records in the database, to delete the records from database, to retrieve the data from database. So these all CRUD operations are coming or not here. So that is the main purpose of this SQL we are going to use. So what SQL can do? So see that SQL can execute queries against the database. SQL can retrieve data from a database. SQL can insert records into a database. SQL can update the records in the database. SQL can delete the records if unnecessary records are there. You don't want them. You can delete it. So that also you can do. In the testing time, you will do all this. So inserting, retrieving, updating, deleting, also you will, all these operations you will do. So that's why this SQL can do a lot more, and SQL can create new databases. SQL can create new tables in the database. SQL can create stored procedures. Basically, stored procedure is a bigger programs basically. So like you are writing a Java big programs, right? Same way in the SQL, you can write a bigger programs to achieve the different logics. More logical logics you can add in the stored procedures. So SQL can create views. SQL can set permission on tables, procedures, and views. So that's the all SQL what it can do on the databases, on the data layer. Then RDBMS means I already told, we discussed about. So next, let's move on to the database tables. So database tables. So what is meant by a table? So table is nothing but a collection of rows and columns. That's a table. First, you should know the definition of table. A table is nothing but a collection of rows and columns will be there in the table. So now this is the one you can see. A database most often contains one or more tables. Each table is identified by a name. Remember, each table has a name. Like if you take e-commerce website, you have products table, price table, and also orders table, right? Like this, you have different table names will be there. So the table names will be there. The table contain records with the data, that is rows. So these are the rows. So it has a data, right? So this is how every table is going to load it. So with these columns, these are the column names, and these are the rows is going to have the data mainly. So for respective column, like that. So all tables will fill with the data. So what are the different data types you have in SQL? So SQL has a string data type, numeric data type, date and time data types. So data, while creating this table, you are going to define this column type. What is it's the integer? Huh? It is so now this is an integer, and this one is a string. So wherever a date is there, a date also, it's an integer, this also, right? Or numeric. Okay, so that's what this. So that's how we will define while creating the tables also. While creating the table, you have to tell what data type this column. So that's the data types of so main thing. So the first SQL statement. So statements are SQL commands, we call them. So you will use keywords. These are the keywords you will use to build the SQL statements. So your SQL statements or SQL commands will start with a select a query, select a keyword, or insert a keyword, update keyword, delete keyword, alter, drop. These keywords you will use to write the SQL commands or SQL statement. Mostly we will use this select query. And for deleting, delete keyword you will use. Update, you are doing update keyword. You want to insert a data, you will use insert keyword. So I'll give all this syntaxes, don't worry, one by one. So alter and drop, and the statement ends with a semicolon. Okay, after end, there will be a semicolon. See that, simple. Select column name from what table? There are so many tables in the database, right? So, sir, can you access directly database? You can ask. So not directly, but you have to connect to the database first. You have to connect to the database. Then you can so play around with that. Then you can play around with. So now here you see a customers table. The customers table. So you want to access all the data from customers. So how will you write? You want to retrieve customers table data. So then you can write select star from customers. Select star customers. One. Okay. So to fetch the data, you will start, you are retrieving. Retrieving means you will use select star, that means all columns. Star means all columns. Sorry, you told here column name, but here you are using star. Star is a regular expression. So select a star from customers table. From after you have to write the table name, and you are telling, okay, from this table, fetch all the records you are saying. Or you want only particular column and give column name. Only you can filter. Star means all. Particular column name if you give, you'll get only that column related data. Okay. So you can give a column names after one by one also. For example, multiple column data you want. So you have here, right? So you want customer name or you want a city. If you want, you can write select customer name, comma, city from this customer table. So it will give customer name or city only. Or if you want country also, you can put select customer name, comma, city, comma, country. So it will give customer name, city, country only, not other columns data. So that's how we will write. That's our first select statement. From any table you want to get the data, you will write select star or column names. Star means all columns data you will get in your part. I'll see tomorrow how to execute these things. Okay. Maybe locally how to set up, we'll do that, and we can execute some of the queries. Otherwise, you can execute here also SQL. I can W3 schools. So this is one of the very good. You can use W3 schools. So you can see they remodified this. You can just look for any tutorial you want, you can get it here. Very nicely they developed it. JavaScript, Python, SQL, learn SQL. Okay. So this is one of the best reference. I suggest everyone go here and learn basic thing. Okay. So they have given a lot of, see all the topics listed out here. So I suggest everyone to refer this website. So this is one of the very famous tutorial for beginners. This is good enough. Okay. If you want to learn 1 week, if you spend daily 1 hour, and you can finish this SQL concepts also. So, and we can practice here also. There is a practice also. You can start learning SQL and we can try it out. See, select a star from customers. Inbuilt, they have a database and we are fetching. You can execute. So if you execute, so they are given exercise also. You can execute here. Try it yourself. So it will open for you and run SQL. So this is one. Select a star from your customers. You can execute. Run SQL. See, you got all the data. But I don't want all this. I want customer name. Exactly, you have to give the table column name. Okay, if you want, comma. So I want city, comma, country. So exactly you have to give. So see, I'm expecting only these 3 columns. I don't want other columns from customers. See, now you got only these 3 columns data, right? So this is how you can filter it. Okay, but still you can do lot more, but this is a simple I'm showing. Are we good? Any questions here? That's how to execute your fetching the data from customers table.
Select and from will be caps, no, sir? No. Select from and all will be
Not
in caps.
that you can write even lower also, not a problem. Okay, even
Okay.
so it will consider both. So you got it. So it will accept the capital, it will accept the lowercase also.
Okay.
Sorry. That's this select query. So see that I'm explaining about all the commands. We discussed the keywords, right? What each keyword will do. See, select keyword, what it is doing, it extract the data from a database or particular table data. That's a select. If you want to extract data from the database, so what is the keyword you need to use? Select keyword. So if you want to update the data, so in the database, you will use update keyword. You want to delete the data, you will use delete keyword. So create a table. So it creates a new table in the database. Alter table. So it is used to modify the table structure you want to modify. You will use alter. Alter means modification, right? alter table. That's a simple keywords only they have used. Drop table, complete the table will be deleted. So delete will delete the records. Please consider all, understand here the keywords. Delete will delete the records, but not table. But drop table means it will drop the entire table from the database. It won't be available again. Create database, it creates a new database. Basically, first when you are starting, you will create. So you will first create the database. The database must be there. Database must be there. So in the database, so you have all the tables. First database must be created for any web application. Database must be there, one database. So then alter database, if you want to structure, if you want to modify with this alter. Alter table is there, create table is there, create database is there. Insert into, so it is say insert into. So insert a new data into the tables. So that insert into you will use. Create indexes, drop indexes. It is easier to create an index. Basically, search key purpose, you will use this index concept. So drop index, it deletes an index. So that's all the main commands. These are the things you are going to use. But still there are a few more. One by one, we can look at here. So simple SQL syntax. So this is what we covered here also. And you can, so they are not case sensitive. Select is same as a capital select also. Okay. So both are same. Semicolon. So some database systems require a semicolon at the end of each SQL statement, like Oracle, SQL Server, SQL, right? Different databases have. We have Postgres, SQL. So few databases will expect semicolon. Few are not going to expect that. It depends on the database. So all the relational database I listed out, right? So MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and Postgres SQL. So these are the Sybase, Informatics. So many databases are there. So generally all the companies will use either MySQL, Oracle, Postgres. These are the databases generally people will use, and MySQL Server, right? So Microsoft is there, compulsory they will use MySQL Server. Okay, so those databases only. And these databases generally, so based on the database, it will change that. So you want to enter that. So this is the we already discussed. Next, first SQL statement. So select a statement. So select a statement, just now we discussed, right? The select statement is used to select data from a database. So the data returned is stored in a result table called result set something. So select column 1, column 2, and so on. So just now we practiced now, right? I have shown you. So same way you can write which column data you want. You should decide. You are the one what you are expecting from that table, from table name. So that's what you have to give. So here column 1, column 2 are the field names of a table. You want to select data from what? So which table column data you want, you can tell that. Select star from table name. That is the so how you can use the first select statement. Okay. So then columns, as I mentioned already, we practiced that also. Select a star. Select a star means what? So select all the columns from the customer's table or from any table. Star means all columns. So from this table, you're saying. So you're saying select all columns from customers table or any table name you can give. So that's how we can practice. See, insert the missing statement to get all the columns from the customers table. So what is missing here? Can you tell me?
Select.
That's it. Simple. So submit your answers, right? That's it. So like that, you can practice. They have given exercise also. So you can go and practice this. This is a very good website for a quick, so just starting your SQL learning. It's a very good website. I suggest go here and do practice that. Next. So are you clear on select statement?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
we can select rows also, sir, based on customer ID.
That's what it is giving rows only, right? So if you write a star, it is giving rows only, right? That column data it is giving. Column means so top heading. It is giving for you data rows only. Okay, you are asking how many rows you want. That you are saying.
Oh yeah,
huh?
yes.
Yeah. That I'll come. There is a top is there. Top one concept is there. That you can say, for example, you have 1,000 rows. I cannot select all 1,000 rows. I don't want, right? So you want to only, you can say top 3.
Yes.
So like this, we have that concept. I'll explain that. Okay. That also we have. So next, this is one. Distinct keyword is another very important keyword. Select distinct statement. So what this distinct means, what in English?
Different.
What is unique, right? Distinct,
Unique.
right? Uniqueness. So no duplicates. So you want a unique thing. A distinct means a unique values you want. So then you can use this distinct keyword. Select a keyword after, immediately you can write a distinct statement is used to return only distinct values. Exactly unique values you want. If there is a duplicates will be avoided. So inside a table, a column often contains many duplicate values. So if duplicate values you want to remove, you can use a distinct keyword. So what is the distinct keyword purpose?
Unique values.
Unique values.
To get the unique values from the table. So to get the unique values from the table, you will use this distinct keyword. So you found that there are duplicate values. So you want to get a unique values. You don't want duplicates. Then you can use distinct keyword. So select distinct from these 2 columns from table name. That's the one. So let's go and see here. Below is a selection from the customers table in the Northwind sample database. This they are given Northwind sample database name. And so if you do select example without a distinct, so country. So there are duplicate countries are there. So Germany, Mexico. So duplicates are there, right? Right? Duplicates are there or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mexico is the
With a duplicate. So if you do without, so this one, so I'll just write this query. So let's write. So this country only write. Now see what happens. All the countries. You've got so many countries. Germany, Mexico, UK, Sweden, Germany. Again, see Germany here also came. France. So like that, you are getting all the duplicate values, right? But how can you overcome this? There are 91 records are there. Number of records in this table is 91 records. But how can you get a unique queue? See that. So just write distinct country from customers. See how many? 21 only uniqueness. See no duplicates here. Can you see anywhere duplicates? You cannot see them. So that's the distinct keyword. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move on to the next. So we applied this one is done. So even if you want to count, that's another important. This also you will use. You want to count, only want to count. You can just put distinct count. So it is giving a count, number of records distinct. So you want only, this the count is a function, I'll tell you. See, count is a function. Why I am saying, can you tell me how I've written functions or methods?
Bracket.
Parentheses, right?
Parenthesis.
Parentheses, right? That's what we are doing. This is the function. So count is one of the function. Okay, I'll tell you that functions also. So anything you want to count, you can write a count and give inside that column name. Okay, it will give you how many records are there in that column. It will return to you. So that's so one by one we can cover. So we have written this list number of different customer countries. That's it. Okay, or you can put as so this also another one. Select a count star as a distinct countries from select a distinct country from customer. This is the inner SQL queries again. Subqueries we call this. This is called subqueries, but we don't want that much. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, you practice this. Select all different values from country column in the customers table. Just what is the answer? You know already. Select distinct country. That's it. Submit the answer. See? Correct. So that like that you practice. They have given exercise on each topic. Next, most important topic. What is the most important topic? Where clause. This is the crucial. Where clause is a very important. So where clause is the conditional base. You want to filter the records. You will use where clause. So the where clause is used to filter records. So it is used to extract only the records that are fulfilling your condition. So if your condition is satisfied, that condition related records only it will return. So select column 1, comma column 2 from table where. So table after you have to write a where clause. Okay. Select your columns from table where condition you have to write. The condition you have to write here. So that's a table. How can you put a condition here? So this is the very important where clause. So where clause is not only used in the select statement, it is also used in the update, delete. So you can tell, right, okay, update only by this condition, delete only with this condition. So the condition based, you can do operations on the database tables. That's why where clause is a very, very important clause. So you can see here, then let's go and practice one of the exercises. And the following SQL statement, select all the customers from the country Mexico in the customers table. So do only, so you have to write. See this. Select customers, right? They're asking customers. Customer name, right? So table we have to see. So see the table and understand exactly how to give this column name. Okay. From customers, where country
Mexico.
equal to Mexico. So string, this is the string you will write like this in the single quotes. Okay. That's important. So learn that. Say string value you will write in the single quote. So then Run either SQL. See, only Mexico country related. So customer names only it is going to, you are filtering, right? All customer names you are not fetching, only Mexico related. So country related customers you are getting. This is how to filter with a where clause. Are we good? That's one very important. So this is the one command. Text fields versus numeric fields, how to use. So text fields we have written with this single quote, right? But numeric fields, do we need to do same way? Not necessary. This, for example, you want customer ID. So this is the customer ID. Customer ID is a numeric field. So you can say customer ID, where customer ID equal to 1. So I can write where customer ID equal to, you don't need to put in single quotes. So see, only you're filtering like that. Only customer ID 1 related customer name you fetch. That's it is retrieved. The numbers you don't need to put inside the single quote. Only for the string values you will put in the value in the single quotes. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now these are the operators in the where clause we are going to use. So the following operators can be used with a where clause. Equal to means that's what we saw now, right? Equal to, right? Customer ID equal to 1. That means exactly you're referring. And the greater than you will use. Greater than. So you will say greater than this number. You want it. So you will use greater than symbol. Less than this symbol, this number you want, you can use this. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and this is the not equal. So not equal, how we will write? So in some versions of SQL, the operator may be written as a not equal, like this also. Some databases like Oracle and MySQL, and they will write it differently. So you have to see that. So these are the operators you will use in the where clause. Okay. Then there is a between a certain range values you want to fetch. You will use between keyword. So for example, you want a salary between 1,000 to 10,000. In between that, those are 5,000 to 10,000. In between, I want employee names. So then you will use this between. Okay, where? So salary between 5,000 to 10,000. So like this, you can give a range with the between keyword in the where clause. Okay, where clause. So all this, let's go and practice one by one. So like is like a search pattern. So you want to search based on particular character, particular starting with that you can do with like. So in means if you have a group of values, multiple possible values for a column, you want to specify, you will use in operator also. Where in, so you can mention all the list of values. So that also you can try it out. Let's go and try one by one. This is very important. We can spend more time here. So see, select all the records where city column has the value Berlin. So can you write? So let's try it out. Select a star from customers where
City Berlin
city
equal to
equal to
single quote Berlin.
Berlin.
Single quote, right?
Single quotes you have to give. So it's a string, right? You have to specify single quotes. That's mandatory. Right? That's correct. So try all these exercises, you try it out, okay? So you have a where class, many exercises, practice more exercises. That's a very important, where class is a very, very important class. Okay, let's go and try this, all this one by this we practiced. Now let's go and try this. So we need scenarios, see that. So select a star from products where price is greater than 30. So you will get, see, price. Where is the price? This is the one price. You can use this. This is the price, see, all greater than 31. Or you can see greater than 100, I will give. So let's see how many you will get it. I'm filtering. See, I got only 2. So like this, you can get anything. And I can play around with less than, okay? Less than 30. See, you have many less than 30, right? So like this, are less than or equal to 30. So even 30 also you'll get, see, 30 also you're getting. So basically you're touching all the boundaries also here, right? So less than means 30 should not include. Less than 30 means whatever the value you're giving. But equal to, if you use, you should get 30 also. Okay, that 30 product also you're getting or not, you should see that. If you're not getting, there is some problem. Okay, so it should get. Say 30, how many are there? Only one is there. Huh? Yeah, only one is there. Only one is there. This is how you can practice your SQL queries. Okay, greater than we have seen, less than we have seen, less than or equal to we have seen, greater than or equal to also. If you want, you can see that also. Now, so what is left now? So these are all completed. This one we need to try. Let's go and try not equal. Which one?
Yeah, not equal to.
Yeah, not equal to important. Let's go and try this. See, select a star from products table where price is not 18. So first of all, price 18 is there. Yeah, it is there, right? We have 18. Anywhere else? Yeah, here also 18. Here also 18. So this should not return for us. So you can try there, right? Let's go and get that. See that? Now you're not getting that. 18. So this is basically another filter, right? These are all keywords. So that's a one, and between. This is very important. Let's go and do that. See that? Select a star from products where price between 50 and 60. So this is the and operator you're using between range. You're giving the range, well, giving the range of this column. So you have to use a between first value and second value, the max value. So you got only 2 you have between 50 and 60. This is one of the very, very important concept. What else left now? Like is a very, so because starting off particular thing you want to get, this is also important. Let's go and practice this. So select a star from customers where city like, that is starting with the yes. So or this is the starting with. So that will execute, which is the city that starts or ends with yes. So let's see that. What is that? See that? City that starts with starting. This is the starting. You can write the starting. Percentile means, okay, the city which starts with yes, you return me, you're saying. Okay, the city which starts with yes, which return to me, you're saying. So let's go and try a few more. The table I want. Let's go to the table where we have, yeah, table. This, we have a products table, right? This one, customer table, this one. So this city, we have country ends with O, I'll say, okay? Country ends with O. ends, how to set ends. Okay, how to set ends. This one will train. Yeah. So ends with O, okay, or L, whatever you have right here. So you can try whatever you want. Ends with L. How can you specify that?
Percentage after the percent.
But you have to give country here. So you are not aware of those things, but you can just want to try and you can do this. See, with the Brazil, Portugal, you're getting like this, right? That's what, how we can, these are all filter concepts. Filter concepts, we can apply this. This is the, so the percentile after if you give, that's the end part. And first letter and percentile if you give, beginning part of that country related. So this is the one of the very important interview, not interview, but practice more. This, you will get a real scenarios, all these scenarios in the in your daily execution. So last one, let's try. Okay, see that. Select a star from customers where city in Paris and London, both. So where city is Paris and London related, all the data you fetch, you're saying. So Paris, London related data you fetch, you're saying. See that? Only Paris and London data, so all the columns it is fetching. Or you want to filter here also, you give column name, which column you want. That column name you can specify, that column data it will fetch for us. That's one of the very important concept in. So you're saying, for example, multiple, you want to specify particular column related multiple values you want to specify, you will use in operator. Okay, this is the one of the important concept. So in also in between is very important. Like is for most practice that in also. So you have, see, customers table is there, categories table is there, employees table is there, order table is there, order details, so orders are there, products, shippers, suppliers. So these are the tables, okay? Your database table names, you can find out. So all this, they are giving very clearly.
So for that in keyword, so only it will take the values for Paris and London, only it will execute, right? Like
yes.
Not from between like P to L, like
between means you have to, between won't work here, right? Between is only for numbers, it will work, right?
I'm asking like PQ, like from that alphabetical first letter to that letter, like.
No. Okay, you are giving, okay, P and L, you want to give like that.
Yeah, in between, like L to P.
No, not like that. So in is you are giving a list of values. Okay, list of values. So you are telling in that only you return. So
it's basically not the range, it's just those inside.
Right. Okay, so that's the another important interview point of view. That's important. All this, go and practice. Practice only will give you, and otherwise it is not possible. Go and experiment all this. And operator we have used, but let's go and practice more and also. So and means both, right? And are, you know, already not operators. The SQL and are not operators mainly will use with a where clause only. The where clause can be combined with and are not operators. So these are the very important. The and are operators are used to filter records based on more than one condition. So if you want to write more than one condition, you will use the and operator records display if all the conditions are separated by and are true. So you are using and means, So true, if both are true only, it will return to you. R means any one record, so separated by R is true, it will return to you. So the NOT operator displays a record if the condition is not true. So how to use this is this one, and syntax. Select columns from table where condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3 and so on. You can write multiple conditions. So you want condition 1, condition 2. If this is true, then returns true, then returns the records. If all these 3 conditions are true only, it will return the records. That's AND case. But our case, it's not like that. Okay, any one condition satisfies, then return the records of these columns you are saying. That's our case. Select column 1, column 2 from table where condition 1 or condition 2 or condition 3, you return the values you are saying. So not syntax. Select column 1, column 2 from table where not condition. So let's go and practice this one by one, and so we can experiment all those columns. That's simple examples. The following SQL statement selects all the fields from customer where country is Germany and the city is Berlin. There are many cities, right, in the German. So, but you are expecting from Berlin only. So let's go and write that. Select. So what is the query? Query you should know first. Select all the fields. All the fields means you have to put a star. From customers where
Country is Germany.
country is equal to
C capital letters.
it's fine. Okay, C capital, right? Oh, yeah, column name. Column name exactly we have to write. And the country is Germany, they are mentioned. Germany
And
and
city is Berlin.
city equal to
Berlin.
Berlin. So that's it. See, only one record you have. So that's how you will get the data. The column name exactly you have to give. C capital. It's the country C capital. Okay. This is how all the records you are fetching. So this is basically filtering, right? Basically filtering. It's filtering all the data. So that's one thing you can R class. First, you should understand your scenario. Scenario understanding is important. Here, select all fields from customers where country is Germany and the city is Berlin. So they will ask like that. Okay, fetch the data, all the customers data. So from Germany and the city Berlin. So they will tell that you write the query like this. That's what we have written. And here also, first understand this, read this, select all fields from customers where city is Berlin or München. So just try it out. R cities. So they are saying, okay, both city, right?
Yes.
They told what? City.
Values in between.
City only, no country. So just put a city, both places. City is Berlin or München, right? That's it, correct? That if you don't know,
here
just copy.
the city is mandatory, so like we have to write 2 times, or we can try it like city equal to München.
Yeah,
or
you have to write. You have to
Okay.
write. Condition, right? Condition, right? You have to write.
Okay.
So that's it. So R means both it is displayed. And means we got only one record, right? So only Berlin record. So now R means both. So either this condition or this condition is that both are true now. Because so both are true, that's why it is returning both the records. So that's the another thing, not equal. See that. Select all the fields from customers where country is Germany or is done. We already done. Spain. That is another example they give. Not example we want. The following SQL selects all the fields from customers where country is not Germany. So you can say country is not. So select a star from customers where
Tree.
so not, you have to put a not before. Not country equal to Germany. So you can execute this, I think. Okay, it won't. Not in the, so generally, basically in the editors, you can selected one only, you can execute. So you can put multiple queries, but it will return only. See, Germany won't appear here. So that's how you can filter. So the filtering purpose, basically the where clause is used.
So we can
Any
also
question?
use that operator, no, sir? Not operator.
Not operator also you can use. So not operator. This is just a keyword they are using, but not operator also you can use. But not operator you can use for, let's see that. Not operator can be used on. Not. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. It is going to give one. That's only for numbers I'm thinking. Oh, it has given. Executed. Yeah, it executed. That also works. That also you can use. You can try that also. Okay. That's also all the, so combining undo or not. So you see one more query. So these all queries, please read. Okay. So practice. Select all fields from customer where country is Germany and the city must be Berlin or München. So you're using all of them. See that. Country is Germany. So you have to use and city Berlin or this one. So let's try this. So where country is Germany and so city is Berlin
Or
city is
Munch.
this is how we can try it out. So because you put and here, right? So that's why only. So this is also which is true. München we have given wrong. That's why it is not fetching. So let's copy this. Okay. I think I have written it wrong. This is correct. Yeah. So these two has to be so written also, right? So I have given a city name wrong. That's why. So either this city or this city, both are there, then you fetch it. You are saying that's the one thing. Okay. And go and practice other things. Okay. So and also this one not. So country Germany and not country US. Select all the records from customers table. So and I can try this also. So practicing more only it will give confidence to you guys. Other than that, nothing. Just spend some time every day, 1 hour, and you will be perfect. So Germany and not country. Okay, both not we use it. Not country Germany and not country US. US Germany should not be present in your records. So that's what they're fetching all of them. If you want count, you can get the count also. How can you get a count? Count function. All the records you want, only you'll get count. 67 are there. Okay, that's how count function will help us. Any questions? So
No, sir.
order by.
Sir, we are good.
Yeah, let's finish order by also. Do we have a few minutes? We'll finish order by, okay. Order by also will finish, then we'll close for the day. The SQL order by keyword. So order by is basically sorting the results in the ascending and descending order. So the order by keyword is used to sort the result set in ascending or descending order. The order by keyword sorts the records in ascending order by default. To sort the records in descending order, use the DESCE keyword you have to use. You have to mention either ASC for ascending, DESC for descending. So select column 1, column 2 from table, order by column 1, column 2. So which columns you want to sort? That columns you can so do order by for on that column. Which column you're selecting? Okay, I want these columns from this table and sort on these columns you are saying. So that's the how you can write a order by. So order by country you are writing. So let's see. Select a star. So, so order by country means by default it will order. So see that in alphabetical order. So before it was not written in alphabetical order, right? Now it's written. So if I give country, so DESC, see now it starts descending order, it is sorting. So that's how you can sort the values. So that's a sorting purpose only. We'll use this order by. Other than that, so see I have shown you this also. Even you can sort by many columns, like country and customer name. If you want, you can sort that also. So try that. So see, this is the example important. You want country ascending order, but customer name descending order. So this also another good example. You can try this out. So country in ascending order, but customer name descending order. See here now country in descending order, right? We want ascending order. See now you got ascending order and customer name in the descending order. So that's how you can use ascend ASC and DSC on the columns. Which columns you specify? Order by country column, ascending, comma, customer name, descending order, or both ascending also. If you want, you can do that. So this is one of the very useful command. So we can practice all this. Okay, that's it for the day. And tomorrow we'll cover. So that Sri asked select a top function, min, max. These functions we'll try to cover tomorrow. Like we already covered today. In between we covered already. We have to cover giants also. Giants is a very crucial topic. Okay, that's we need to focus tomorrow. And so most of the things we covered, very important things. Go and practice. Okay.